So one of the things I like the most about YouTube is that you're able to have discussions with people. I very much enjoy having comments to be able to read and to respond to, but what's easier than just typing up a response is making a video so I can talk out my thoughts about it. Not saying any of these guys who type these comments are wrong. I mean, some of them could be wrong, but I do like to have a discussion and point out some people who commented some nice things, people who commented some bad things, and to point out other people's perspectives so you're not just hearing my dumb opinion all the time. So I'm wearing something different because I wanted to add in some actual drama that's going on with the Vanoss crew. No, this isn't about Omwrecker, and no, this is not about Minilad. It's actually to do with Louis and Vanoss. I saw a couple people saying that Vanoss was getting some hate on Twitter. People were trying to cancel him or whatever for playing with Louis, and them uploading a GTA 5 online funny moments video. They had a gaming session and they played GTA 5 together, which, if you don't know, they used to do that all the time. Vanoss really doesn't say much to all the hate, besides I already found a Twitter alternative platform for all my positive energy and thoughts, talking about Amazon reviews pretty much. There's a lot of jokes about another site that's really good for comments as well. I'm not really going to say the site here because that's not what's important. But going over to look at Louis' Twitter, he did say that he is uninstalling GTA 5, and he might actually be uninstalling GTA 5. I always knew that he was big on playing GTA 5, but all the replies don't really reflect that. There's some that are sitting here, can't believe he's gonna do it, said, oh, you're finally doing it, and then there's others that like to jump towards his allegations and call him names. I have a couple of them showing up on screen, and a lot of these people are getting barked back at by other people, but then there's some people who are just joining, and it seems like it's a big group of people who just went after Louis' Twitter. I don't know if Louis gets this on the normal, but this was right around the time the GTA video came out and Vanoss was getting a little bit of hate or trying to be canceled by a very small amount of people. So don't get me wrong, there is not like a large group of people trying to cancel Vanoss or whatever, but there is a small group who really does not like Louis. Probably people who have read the Google Doc and believed everything that's happening in the Google Doc. There's people who've made great videos talking about the Google Doc, and some people who just write some really interesting stuff about it. If you want to learn more about it, just look up someone like Crows of Judgment or go to like one of the sources of the Google Doc and read it for yourself if you want. Seem like that they're finding an easy way to send hate towards Louis and then anybody who associates with Louis, such as Vanoss. But what's funny is that Delirious actually admitted to doing something wrong. He did in a twit longer before, saying that yes, he had this whole Skype call with a girl who was underage, but nobody really tried to cancel Vanoss for still playing with Delirious. It seems like Louis is being targeted more than anybody else, like Louis is grouped with Minilad in the whole situation and how part of the Vanoss crew are disgusting people. It seems like Louis is easily grouped in with all of that, but to be truthful, you really gotta read the entire Google Doc and in its entirety to really understand and take your own opinion. Honestly, I think the Google Doc lacks a lot of stuff. I have covered it before, or at least a certain part of it, and while yes, I thought it was pretty believable what was in there originally, after reading through the rest of it, you really don't see that they really have much to accuse Louis of. It's one of those classic things where you can scrunch a story together, throw in a couple little details, and then maybe some true things like some screenshots and some messages and say, okay, everything I'm saying must be true. Sounds like a familiar video where ex-staff members of mine tried scrunching together screenshots and making up stories as they go to make everything sound believable. And I believe Louis is in a similar situation where the Google Doc was scrunched together by a lot of things. Yes, some things in there might be true, like some of the screenshots, maybe a couple of the events that happened, but overall, did Louis do something terrible and abuse people? Did he get together with minors and all this other stuff? No, I don't believe so, and there's not really any evidence to say that. Now again, this is not a video where I'm trying to prove any innocence to Louis. This has all been said online, and you can watch everything you you want online about it and form your own opinion. This is just my opinion from that. And the main thing I wanted to say is that it's kind of funny that Vanoss is getting, like, attempted to be canceled by a small group of people just for playing with Louis when he's literally played with Delirious, where Delirious has came out and admitted to it, while Louis has sat here and pretty much denied everything that's been in that Google Doc. But anyways, let's get right back to the comments and the main focus of this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the entire drama, and if you want me to make an update on a specific part. Thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of the video. Some of these might be recent, some of these might not be. I'm just kind of gonna look at some of the top comments on my most recent video, and then I'm gonna look at some comments that were recent. Cyberdance says, I'm 100% with her. Minilad doesn't care what he did to her in a sense of regretting hurting her and others. He just wanted the heat off himself and nothing more. No one gives a more redeeming / damaging statement than the victims, so if he can get her, the best known victim of his heinous acts, to speak out favorably about him, he'd likely be able to come back. Here's wishing her well, and never let him redeem himself, and what he did was inexcusable. Also, if he really is sorry, he'd actually make an apology, not cropping out messages, no dancing around the issue, and he'd put himself in the crosshairs and wouldn't try to run. Pretty much what everybody has been saying for the longest time, and something I've been echoing on my channel for a very long time. I don't really disagree with Cyberdance, what he or she has commented here. The only thing that I would probably add to it is that if Hallie, and Hallie obviously said she wouldn't do this, I don't think she would ever do this, but if she were to believe Minilad in the apology and be favorable of him and try to come out and speak nicely of Minilad to have Minilad return, I think there would still be a huge backlash Minilad would have to face. I don't think Minilad would be accepted with open arms by everybody just because Hallie, one of the most known victims of the situation, came out and said, hey, he's a good guy now. I still think there would be a lot of backlash, but that would have to mean Hallie would have to do that in the first place, and there's no way in hell I would ever think that Hallie would do something like that. If anything, Hallie's probably trying to move on from the entire situation, as she probably already did, but sometimes tends to have to comment about it or speak about it from time to time. I used to be a Minilad fan until hearing every sorts of events, what was going on. It made me very sad and heartbroken after hearing on how he backstabbed his own friends and the Vanoss crew. Like, it really broken me. I enjoyed the crew a lot when they were together, and I agree on Hallie's statements and understand her points of view, so thumbs up to Hallie's statements in your video, TJV. It seems like a lot more people were positive about this video than, like, my previous drama videos. I don't know if it's, like, the new camera and I look so much better now, or, like, I don't know. I guess I really don't talk about Minilad as much as I used to talk about Minilad, but I don't know. I guess I'm not really triggering all those fans being mad at me all the time, too, and maybe people who just generally hate me aren't commenting as much, but there will be some comments. You just wait. I'll show you that in a second. I appreciate Roaring Riot, and I'm glad that you're still a fan of the crew, but some people, after being exposed to some of this drama, it's just harder for them to watch the videos, myself included. I'm one of those prime examples where I just can't watch every video like I used to when I was in high school. I just can't do it. I don't know. There's a weird feeling about it, and I don't have no urges in my free time to sit down and watch Vanoss crew videos. Just not interested. I'm glad you're a fan, though. Hey, man, don't let these haters get you down. You're doing a great job, and you're clearly passionate about what you do. Delivering the facts as is without bias one way or the other. Don't lead your audience on. Instead, you're providing any facts you find and even call out if they're reputable sources or not. Keep up the good work. Your true fans, myself included, will be here regardless. Also, if any consolation, when I play your videos, I usually put them on in the background while I'm at work, so I personally do not give a what camera you use, LOL. Yeah, I hear that a lot, that people are like, hey, I don't care. All these comments right here saying, hey, use whatever camera you want. It's up to you. Whatever's easier and convenient for you. I understand what's easier and convenient for me, but if you guys really enjoy it, that's the comments I've been waiting for. And I could not find many comments of people saying, yes, please use the new camera. So I guess I don't have to use this camera. It's just when I have to do longer videos, it's better to use the webcam instead of this. Longer videos just take longer to do, and I guess this video is an exception if it ends up being long, but shorter videos are a lot easier to do, and I just didn't see many comments of people begging me to use the new camera, so I might switch back to that at some point. But I'm glad people like it, and apparently a lot of people put me on in the background while they're at work, or they're doing schoolwork, or they're busy doing something else. So if you're hearing me currently in the background right now, hello, I'm glad you're hearing me from across the room or through your earbuds or whatever you're hearing me from. But yeah, in terms of like the haters calling me out and everything, it's not that big of a deal. I really don't mind. There's always gonna be haters no matter what level I'm at. Good news, everyone, Mini-Lad is not forgiven. Honestly, though, I feel bad for you, TJV. I know you're trying to branch out, and it sucks that your other content isn't as successful as drama coverage. I mean, yeah, it kind of does suck. I was having conversations with my friend Tyler and Dakota, and we've had long, meaningful talks about YouTube. I mean, they are somewhat invested on how I'm doing on YouTube, and they're my IRL friends. They're not like, they're close friends, and obviously they want to try to help me out, but they honestly prefer my videos that are not about drama. Especially Tyler. He enjoys like my movie reviews and stuff like that. So I know that there is an audience out there for that type of content. It's just the subscribers I have now and the people who want to click on my videos, there's just more of a click-through rate on drama videos than anything else. And I really can't do anything about that besides keep trying. So it kind of sucks, and if you on the side of Tyler and Dakota where you like my other content more than my drama content, then great. I really hope you show up when I make those videos. If you don't show up when I make those videos, you'll see why I make the videos that make the views, because nobody shows up for the other views. And I'm not trying to complain, I know that's the reality of YouTube, and I'm fine with that. As you see, I'm kind of transitioning my content where I'm doing both at the same time. It is stressful to do that instead of just doing one type of content, but I am transitioning to like move closer to other types of content. It's just a matter of waiting. Maybe it'll pop off one day, maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I've never noticed how small your face is compared to your head until now. Thanks. Don't hate me for this, but you look like Simon Pegg. Hope you have the same humor. TJV, you do you, bro. Do what makes you happy. Thanks. This is mad funny, a certified classic, if you will, but damn TJV, you a L reader, bro. Yeah, reading's never really been one of my strong suits, but I mean, I think I read enough. You know, I read good enough to get by. I actually like the angle on the new camera. But do you prefer it over the old one? I don't see anybody being specific about this, so I don't know what to do. Man, can't the Mini-Lad just stay down? He already ruined series of good content and memes and betrayed an entire viewer base. Man, he did do a lot. But something to remember is that him reaching out to people, he probably never intended it to be public, so Nogla and Hallie sharing that was without Mini-Lad knowing or without any consent or anything. He wasn't trying to come back or anything, I think, with that specifically. Like, that was the one move. I think it was just the steps he needed to take if he did want to return. And, obviously it ain't working. A full year has passed, and is a new video about Mini really necessary? You could just centered it around the haters, but you seriously had to include the first clip when you can just reference it? You are including a clip is basically proving their point, basically. You can just reference it and have it as a link you can put in the description and have all the video talking about your haters. So this guy, Enchanted Book, but he has said since it's been a full year has passed, it's been longer than a full year actually, is making a video about Mini-Lad really necessary. He doesn't want me to show the Nogla clip, but I can reference it and talk about it. But then I have other people saying, hey, talking about it in general is just bad. Don't talk about it at all. You're milking it by talking about it. But the Enchantment Book here is saying I can talk about it and reference it, but I can't show the clip. That's a no-no on YouTube for some reason. It's not milking it. He doesn't care if I milk it. It's fine to him. I just can't show the clip. Okay, guys? So, no clips in this video. Enchanted Book. Did I do good this video since I didn't milk it? I am still technically milking it by making a video talking about the drama. But did I do good because I didn't show a clip this video? You are including that clip is basically proving their point. What's their point, though? Their point is that I'm milking the drama and that I'm doing awful. Because I covered comments in my last video where Mini-Lad messages Hallie and Nogla. I talk about haters commenting or whatever. If you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it. And they're like saying I milk stuff and I'm an awful commentary channel and I take sides and all this other stuff. But by me showing a clip and showing actual like facts the fact, the evidence is the video clip I'm showing. That's what I'm trying to talk about. That's me proving their point, and that's a bad thing that I'm doing. It's probably best if we don't think about it too much, so I'm going to move on. Enchanted Book, I will call it a tie for now, but please re-comment another comment for the debate we're having, and please see if you can gather yourself a point against me, because I have no idea what you're talking about. But I will count it as a tie, because you did confuse me very well. MG Dancing and Learning says, TJV, you are like Batman, and when he said, now I'm a hero, but soon I will become a villain, because time and people change. You know what? That's a good idea. And I might upload it as its own separate video. I don't know. And I will see you guys all next time. Peace.